Hello guys, good evening. I hope everyone is doing good for the day. Yes, you would be wondering what is the topic of the class today. Yeah, the topic of the class is very interesting and that is nothing but our tones. Tones, where do we need these tones and why do we need these tones? If you see any competitive exam, let it be CAT, let it be non-CAT exams or CLAT exams, like any exam, you will be seeing that this is one of the important question asked. It could be on passages, it could be on this one short passages, but definitely they are going to ask the tone. But what exactly this tone is? The tone is nothing but the attitude or the mindset or the feeling of the author when he is presenting that particular idea or article or that concept. So, here I would like to tell that where we exactly come across these tone questions. Usually we come across these tone questions on reading passages. And who will be presenting this reading passages? It's our authors, right? So it's our authors who will be presenting it. So now when they are contemplating or when they are presenting these passages, obviously they will be having some kind of mindset, isn't it? Now we as a reader need to identify what is that attitude of the author while he or she is presenting the article, right? So now when we speak, so when you see somebody speaking, so you people can easily identify what is the attitude of that person, isn't it? So but when you just read where you are not able to identify the tones. Can you guess why we can't identify the tones or the attitude of the person? So if they just write, if they are not speaking in front of you, so how do you think? See, when they are in front of you, when they are talking to you people, you can easily identify. Why? Because the facial expression as well as the rhythm of the speech will give you the idea that what could be the tone of the person who is speaking. But when you people read something, how do you understand the mindset of the author there? So, should we be very careful? We need to be very like I can say like we need to be very careful identifying the tone. Why? So, generally I will be giving you one example here. When we text, okay, many times you have seen that our messages would be mistaken. We may not tend to message something rudely, but our sentences would give the other person or the receiver a kind of thought that, oh, this person is replying to me in a rude manner. So why? Because of the what is that communication that is happening on the writing part. Many times even you would have experienced this. You would be wanting to tell something, but your written message would be conveying something else. So what is the egg? So how we can understand the real tone of the author? Because when you read something, you people may start understanding the things, the attitude, everything according to your mindset in the sense what kind of knowledge you have about that particular thing, what is that you are retrieving from the message. So it all depends on your this one, what is that, senses. But we don't want you people to use your own senses. Rather than we have to keep ourselves in these shoes of author. That means what? We need to start analyzing the paragraph so as the author has presented. Okay, but how can we do this? So we should stop assuming the things. Okay, that is one of the important thing that we require for almost every passage questions. Okay, even for this also we require this. But let us come back to tone. Tone means, as I said, it is the attitude. How do you recognize this attitude? So you must have some technique, right? If it is a question, then it can be solvable, isn't it? If it is there in our exam, so that means what? They know that students can identify, that is the reason they are giving it as a question. So how to identify? Definitely, so the attitude or the tone could be identified on two parameters. What are those things? One is like tone words. We need to know, we need to differentiate the words, and we need to understand what exactly the word is talking. Okay, so if I say, I'm happy to present classes for you guys, that means what? This is directing towards the mindset that the madam is happy or she is enthusiastic in presenting the class. Then if I say, I regret coming back to XYZ place, regret in the sense what? I'm feeling like something that I have committed some mistake, regretting, I have a feeling that, so I'm apologetic here, so I'm feeling wrong, this one, what is that, bad for the decision that I have made. So that means what? This is the regret tone. Okay, so here what happens, my tone, this word itself says what is my tone there, right? So therefore the words which convey the tone, the attitude, can be considered as what? Tone words. Okay, so these words we need to recognize first in the sentence, and then so in the sentence will also have something very important. That is why I am saying it is important, means because it is that thing which makes the sentence complex and compound also. That means it gives the structure of complex and compound, and also it gives the rhythm for the sentence. See, when we are speaking, we have an automatic rhythm in the sentence. If we don't have the rhythm in our speech, what happens? It will become very flat, and the listeners would feel what? Very boring, and they may sleep also. Now, how to make our sentences very attractive? So when we write, okay, basically attractive in the sense what? We are combining too many ideas in one sentence. That can happen by the usage of compound and complex sentences. But how this is conducted? So this is conducted by the usage of certain conjunctions and transition words, right? So these transition words you people need to keep in mind. Okay, so transition, as the name itself says, it tends to change the mindset. I said it adds the rhythm, the wavy movement for the written idea. So that means what happens here, you will be seeing that, so we can understand the movement in the sentence very easily by the identification of transition. And some of the transition words are here, like however, so and so that, okay, and then but. So all these are transitions. Why it is transition? It is changing the mood of the author. It is in fact a writer, so you can see that. So the attitude tend to change also. It is not always the same that, okay, first sentence is starting with a positive tone, so therefore everywhere it will be positive, not necessary. Okay, so you will be seeing that he may change his ideas also, he may change his attitude also towards something, and how that is recognized? By these transition words. And therefore you need to work on two things. What are those things? Tone words and transition words. Okay, we have about 250 transition words, so which you people need to work on. Now, okay, so we'll be working on tone words and transition words. But what else we need to work on? We need to also know what are the different tones that are commonly used in writings. We have many tones, but okay, on a rhetorical part, if we see, we have few tones. We have around 40 tones that we need to be aware of. Now you would be wondering, Ma'am, how can we have 40 tones? Yeah, it is there 40 tones. Okay. So, for example, so you can see here positive. So, let me not come into this classification. Let me tell you positive tones, how many we have? When we are happy, when we are overexcited, when we are encouraging, okay, when we are giving the guidance, all these are positive tones, isn't it? So here only we got so many, what is that, different situations where the person's attitude also will be changing, isn't it? When you are excited, so your attitude is different, isn't it? When you are, what is that, this one, in a mood of giving the this one lecture, okay, positive lecture, so there it will be different tone. By there you are addressing the public, so where you are giving a guidance there, okay. And then when you are with your friends, the tone is different. When you are with your family, the tone, your behavior, your attitude is different. So we have many attitudes. Even in writing also we can witness these many attitudes. Before we go on to particular attitude, let us understand the different types of or different classification. Mota, as soon as you see the passage, so that particular sentence where they are asking the tone, you people can in fact identify, so yes, whether it is a positive tone, negative tone or a neutral tone. This is very important. You need to have this understanding, okay, whether it is positive, negative or your neutral. So, because why it is necessary? So that it will be helping you to do the elimination. The elimination process becomes easier. Say for example, if you feel that author is neutral here, so what you can do, from the options, whichever is negative and whichever is positive, will remove it, isn't it? Then the options, the choices will become less for you, so that you can easily take it out, isn't it? It's not like randomly going to the question and you are doing the guesswork. Please don't do this. These tones and all, it may sound generic, but it is not that generic. You have to have the idea of three things I am saying you. What are the different tone words? Their meanings, right? And their usage. Tone words, I'll be writing here, so you people can note out them. Tone words we need. So not just mugging up the tone words, you people need to know the tone words, meanings and its practical use, okay. Then transition words. Yes, transition words, you need to know them. What are those? How they are used? What is their function? That means they give the contrary idea, whether they are concision, whether they are additives. So you need to identify them, okay. Then ultimately different tones you need to know, different tones and their differentiation from the, what is that, nearest thing. For example, if I take humorous, ironical, satirical, sarcastic, all these things are what? Indirect way of mocking someone, right? But, so, do you think humorous is same as indirect way of mocking to hurt someone? No, humorous is basically what? Indirect speech which contains a witty idea and it creates a smile on a person. It creates, so laugh, okay, that is humorous. But when I see satirical, what is happening? It is like you are indirectly mocking only, but this mocking is to hurt other person, right? When you people don't get good scores, what usually your parents, and you don't get good score, and basically after the result you are sitting and watching the TV, so what will your mom and dad will mock? They satirically tell, aha, you people have got very good scores, you should sit and relax and you should watch TV. So now you are watching 12 hours, so better that from tomorrow onwards you watch for 18 hours. So how many times this thing would have happened, isn't it? for many things, okay. So not only for, and even you also, you will also indirectly mock at someone, okay, where, so you basically want to hurt them, okay. That is satirical. I cannot say that as humorous, but many times you will see that in your group you will have humorous friends. They crack the joke on you only, but you will not feel bad. And it will be very clevery joke, but it induces a laugh there. So that is for a good thing, okay, that is humorous. So that means what? Yes, even though the basic idea could be same, but so you will be seeing that there will be many changes in its usage. Minutely the usage will be changing. So that is the reason you need to know different tones, on what ideas they use, why author use that tone, so why not the other tone. So all these understanding, if you people know na, aram se you people can solve your tone questions. Now today let me talk about so the tones here. We have so basically 3 types of tones: positive tones, negative tones and neutral tones. Positive tones means it is positive, good, it is not hurting, it is not bad or anything. That is positive. See, I have given you here so some of the examples: humorous, introspective, ebullient, confronting, so blithe, benevolent and euphoric. While if you see negative tone, you can see here apprehensive, apathetic, derisive, cynical, pessimistic, paranoid, mischievous. Whereas if you see your neutral tone, you can see commanding, impartial, indirect, objective, speculative, unambiguous and unconcerned. Basically what? You can see like we have positive tones, negative tones and neutral tones. So start understanding them also, like okay, this is positive tone. You see, in positive tone basically what happens, we don't have anything, it won't be indicating any hatred, it won't be indicating any kind of anger, it won't be indicating any kind of bad thing so towards other or so. Okay, and a bad thing in a sense like even the sad thing, nothing will be there. Whereas in negative, what happens, that tone will be what, the tone could be of dissatisfaction, anger, harshness, so mocking and superiority. So all these things can be like your it comes under negative. Neutral will be what, teaching you guys, so and what is that, presenting the things, so all these things where it is neither positive nor negative. So that is your so neutral thing. Okay. Now in the next class, let us discuss more in detail about the 40 tones that I had spoken about, so that you will get the clarity on how these tones are different from each other, and when and where these tones are encountered, and what kind of passages usually bear what kind of tones in them. So let us understand all these things in our next class. So until then, you take care. But however, wait. So please, we have given you a Google form. So kindly fill that form so that our mentors so will reach out to you and will actually solve the problems that you people basically are running out with so preparation process. Okay? So until then, so guys, take care and meet us again in the next class. So and also like subscribe our channel, so that is BYJU'S Exam Prep. So hope you like the class. So we'll see you in the next class. Bye. Until then, take care. Bye guys.